Thanks for joining us for this episode of The Predicted King, a Citylight Council Bluffs Christmas podcast. We'll be reading together the book of Isaiah and connected New Testament passages to see Jesus as Emmanuel, the predicted King.
Isaiah 42, verses 1 through 9. Behold my servant, whom I uphold, my chosen, in whom my soul delights. I have put my spirit upon him. He will bring forth justice to the nations. He will not cry aloud or lift up his voice or make it heard in the street. A bruised reed he will not break, and a faintly burning wick he will not quench. He will faithfully bring forth justice. He will not grow faint or be discouraged till he has established justice in the earth, and the coastlands wait for his law. Thus says God, the Lord, who created the heavens and stretched them out, who spread out the earth and what comes from it, who gives breath to the people on it and spirit to those who walk in it. I am the Lord. I have called you in righteousness. I will take you by the hand and keep you. I will give you as a covenant for the people, a light for the nations, to open the eyes that are blind. I am the Lord. I have called you in righteousness. I will take you by the hand and keep you. I will give you as a covenant for the people, a light for the nations, to open the eyes that are blind, to bring out the prisoners from the dungeon, from the prison, those who sit in darkness. I am the Lord. That is my name. My glory I give to no other, nor my praise to carved idols. Behold, the former things have come to pass, and new things I now declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them.
In our family, we do a tradition during the Christmas season. We all get our pajamas on, cook up some hot chocolate, hop into the van, and go look at Christmas lights. No agenda, just look and be amazed at the light displays people have labored over before they are amazed by their electric bill come January. Riding in the van is peaceful and gives us joy, not just seeing the lights, but knowing that they mean something different is happening, something that is worth grabbing our attention. A whole season to celebrate Jesus being born. In this prophecy of Isaiah, God the Father is grabbing our attention. 2 times in this passage, Isaiah says, behold. This word captures the idea of not only looking with your eyes, but also drawing your attention so your mind can take it in and process it. In our passage, there are 2 things the prophet is telling us to behold. The first is the Lord's servant in verse 1. He is drawing our attention to this chosen one to bring justice to the nations and gentleness. The second is found in verse 9, where the prophet is drawing our attention to the end of the old things and the beginning of the new things that the Lord is doing on the earth. The nations are going to be given light that drives the darkness of sin and evil away. These are good things. Let's see how these ideas show up in Matthew 2, 1 through 12.
Matthew 2, verses 1 through 12. Now after Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, wise men from the east came to Jerusalem, saying, Where is he who has been born King of the Jews? For we saw his star when it rose and have come to worship him. When Herod the king heard this, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. And assembling all the chief priests and scribes of the people, he inquired of them where the Christ was to be born. They told him, In Bethlehem of Judea, for so it is written by the prophet. And you, O Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are by no means least among the rulers of Judah. For from you shall come a ruler who will shepherd my people Israel. Then Herod summoned the wise men secretly and ascertained from them what time the star had appeared. And he sent them to Bethlehem, saying, Go and search diligently for the child, and when you have found him, bring me word that I too may come and worship him. After listening to the king, they went on their way. And behold, the star that they had seen when it rose went before them until it came to rest over the place where the child was. When they saw the star, they rejoiced exceedingly with great joy. And going into the house, they saw the child with Mary his mother, and they fell down and worshipped him. Then, opening their treasures, they offered him gifts, gold and frankincense and myrrh. And being warned in a dream not to return to Herod, they departed to their own country by another way.
The Magi's response to what they saw is incredible. They were not from the nation and people of Israel, but traveled from what could have been Babylon or Persia with the gifts for a foreign king. Why? Because they saw a star. The light to the nations appeared literally. This star, whether it was a brand new star or supernova or comet or divine light, whatever it was an indicator that a new king was born. There was something new brewing over in Israel. These astrologically adept and likely well-read in prophecy, the Magi knew enough about this star's significance and the new king's significance to make the journey and have it spark exceeding joy when they arrived. What else did they see? They saw him, the King of the Jews, Jesus. And they did the proper thing before a king. They worshiped. Despite a birth in a stable to two young and lowly parents, these visitors from afar came with gifts for a king and worshiped him. They beheld the Lord's chosen servant who was going to be a light to the nations and bring justice to the earth. So sometime this season, put down your to-do list, put on your pajamas and get some hot chocolate, sit in front of the Christmas lights in your house, and behold Jesus. Think about him. Think about his work in the world to rescue people. Think about him giving light to people and worship him.